welcome to another episode of Caribbean Focus TV. Yeah, this is your girl, Cherry Garden, and I have with me none other than the DJ, Ezzy B. How you doing, babe?
I'm doing pretty good, guy. What? Hey, Caribbean Focus TV, we here. Of course, we're happy to be back with you, watching us here live on Caribbean Focus TV on the AIB network. Of course, guys, don't forget, make sure you follow us on all of our social media pages. We are on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Check us out, follow us, like us, because we got a lot of exclusive information that we post on there for you guys as well, right here on Caribbean Focus TV. So on this show today, we another great bit of information for you, and of course we're going to be telling you about it right now.
Definitely. I did want to mention, guys, this past week, you know, it had Martin Luther King Day, and guys, if you go on to our Instagram page, Facebook, mainly, like I was in charge of the Instagram partially, so I have to tell you, there's some really good footage on Instagram, so you should definitely log on and follow us and check us out.
And speaking about MLK, the movie actually told me so much more of the history and how we got to the States. So again, guys, make sure you follow us right here on Caribbean Focus TV. But as we segue into the show today, we're going to be speaking about immigration, something that is very important to many of us actually migrated here to the U.S. We all had to go to some form of legalization to become who we are and to do the things that we want to do here in the United States of America. So
exactly. And especially with the fact that the presidential elections are close or are nearing.
It's around the corner.
Right. A lot of the dialogues with the candidates right now are touching on the topic of immigration. So it's a very pertinent topic at this time.
Absolutely. Of course, after the very last election, we saw the division between the Democrats and the Republicans where there was total opposite. But now we find everyone wants to take the first step in reforming immigration. Okay, the first step of immigration. So again, guys, if you have not filed your documentations as yet to become legalized, if you're not really legal or you still just have your social security or your work permit, make sure you go ahead and follow up on that information right away, so that way the reform was not going to affect you.
Yeah, get those papers in early, right? Well, one of our hosts here on Caribbean Focus TV, Corey Renee, took us out to the Byars law firm, the Byars Firm Incorporated, and she met up with Miss Safiya Byars, and they are going to give us an update on everything you need to know about the topic of immigration. So make sure you stay tuned and stay focused.
Hello, Caribbean Focus TV viewers. I am so excited right now for this discussion that we are getting ready to hold all about immigration. We are going to give you the what you need to know about immigration to date. So what Caribbean Focus TV has done, we have reached out to attorney Safiya Byars. She is here in Atlanta, Georgia, and she is an immigration attorney here at the Byars Firm Incorporated, which handles immigration, family, and estate planning. She is a native of Kingston, Jamaica, a graduate of the University of Montebello, where she received her bachelor's degree summa cum laude. She received her Juris Doctorate degree from the University of Alabama School of Law. She is now licensed to practice in Georgia State and Superior Courts, the Supreme Court of Georgia, federal immigration courts, and the United States immigration agencies worldwide. This is who CFTV has reached out to assist us with teaching you about immigration. So, she is also a member of the American Bar Association, the Georgia Association of Women Lawyers, American Immigration Lawyers Association, Immigration Section of the State Bar of Georgia, of which she is the vice chair. Annual chair of the Family Immigration Continuing Legal Education Program. So as you can see, her resume is outstanding. And this is why Caribbean Focus TV chose attorney Safiya Byars to help us with this conversation. How are you this afternoon?
I am great. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for sitting with us. We appreciate it. You have an amazing resume in front of you.
Yes.
What else do you do for the community?
For the community, we like to reach out and to educate people, and so that's why we're here. Obviously, today we're honored to be on the program, and we work with different immigrant communities in Atlanta, the Caribbean Association of Georgia, the Liberian Consulate, the Caribbean American Chamber of Commerce, and many others.
Nice. So what was it that brought you to practicing immigration law especially?
Yeah. For me, I was the first international student at my college, and that was very interesting. I came as an international student, and I was not prepared for all the steps that I had to do to maintain my status, and that's what piqued my interest. So.
Nice, very nice. So you had to apply for a student visa yourself.
I had to go through the student visa process. Luckily for me, my parents were immigrants and they were here and they helped me, but we had to go through that process. I had to change colleges. We had to go through that process again. We had to then transition to permanent immigration status.
Wow.
Yes.
Nice. So as an immigration lawyer, what exactly is it that you do?
A number of different things. We have 3 areas. One, we help clients to get permanent status. So this is your typical permanent residence, your green card, applying for U.S. citizenship. The second thing is all of your temporary visas. So if students are going to school, athletes, artists, they all need work visas to be here. So we help with the visas. And then of course, we help people who are in deportation to defend them so they're not deported from the country.
Wow, that's a lot of hard work, but it's great work to do because you have people that you have prevented from being deported and people that you have helped to stay here to further their education.
Exactly.
All right, well, we're going to take a break and we will be back.
Okay.
So you guys make sure that you stay tuned and stay focused.
We are broadcasting live from our new Atlanta studio, 106liveradio.com.
All right, Caribbean Focus TV, we are going to get back to our conversation with attorney Safiya Byars here at the Byars firm in Atlanta, Georgia. Now, as far as immigration goes, is immigration law a state or federal law?
It's federal. It's definitely not state. We do have state laws that affect immigrants, but immigration is always federal law.
Okay. Now, recently, of course, the United States is at a point of getting ready to select a new president.
Yes.
And we have the candidates who are talking. And some of the hot topics right now are D.A.C.A, D.A.C.A,
right,
and the DREAM Act.
Yes.
So what are these and why are they so important right now?
They're important because they help young people. So the DREAM Act, of course, did not get passed. So we have D.A.C.A, which is Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals. And actually, President Obama had to go ahead and do that program by executive order. So it was not passed by Congress. It was directly what he did to help these children that came before their 16th birthday, finish high school, and now they need to progress with their lives. We're very concerned about the Republican candidates, obviously, because with executive action, they do have the ability to take that totally off the table.
Oh, wow.
Exactly. So it's something that it would be very easy to take back. And so for those people that are eligible for DACA, you want to apply for DACA now.
Now.
Yes.
Okay. So immigration reform.
Yes.
What is it and why do we need it? Why is it being discussed?
We need it. We need the reform because the laws are inconsistent. If you look at the immigration laws, they're very punitive to families, and they're not applied evenly to every country. For example, we have a lot of illegal immigration from Mexico. Well, Mexico is treated differently in the immigration law. People don't know that. The Caribbean, the Black countries, African countries are treated differently from European countries. And so penalties are harsher for deportation. There's less forgiveness for certain things. And so the system is just broken. We've had a couple laws recently that were passed, and they're not consistent with the existing laws, so they cause problems.
Wow.
And we don't discover the problems until attorneys start going through the case and we realize there's an inconsistency with the new law versus what's on the books. So we need a complete reform.
Wow. So illegal immigrants, we're talking about them a lot now.
Yeah.
And with your experience, what is the most common way that you've known people to enter the United States illegally?
Across the border, obviously, countries that we share a border with, like Mexico and Canada, that's where you're going to have a typical case of illegal immigration. For other countries, such as African countries, the Caribbean, Europe, they usually have to have a visa to enter because they're entering by plane. So for those countries that we share a border with, that's why we see more illegal immigration there.
Okay. So the anchor babies, they're saying anchor babies, and these are the babies that are born to illegal immigrants, and when they're born here, they're given U.S. citizenship.
Exactly.
What happens to the parents?
The parents are able to apply for their status, but they have to go through the immigration process. So basically, having a child that's born in the U.S. is not a free ticket to becoming a citizen or becoming a permanent resident. They're on a separate track from their children. Their children can eventually file for them later, but the child has to be 21 years of age, and the parents still have to meet a number of different things. For people who are in deportation, there's a special law that if they've been here for 10 years, they have U.S. citizen children, and their children are going to suffer extreme hardship. We're talking medical issues. They have to show that high burden, and they may be able to get a green card. But those are 1 in a million. Atlanta is very, very hard to get those cases approved. Your children need to be very, very ill.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the anchor baby is really not that big of a deal.
No, it's a political term. It's a political football. That's all it is. Because everyone that's born on U.S. soil are U.S. citizens, and that's been the law since this country was created.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's take a break.
Good.
We'll be back, you guys. Stay tuned and stay focused.
You see me, you say Z. This is Jacques Duplessis, aka J Dupe. You are watching Caribbean Focus TV. Stay focused.
Welcome back, Caribbean Focus TV. We are focusing on immigration today and the do's and don'ts and what you need to know all about immigration. We've reached out to attorney Safiya Byars of the Byars firm. So this is where we are here in Atlanta, and we are talking all about immigration. So, what is the best way to stay up to date with the current immigration laws?
Sure, great question. You want to definitely go to the immigration website. It's www.uscis.gov.
Say that one more time, slowly.
www.uscis.gov.
Okay.
That's the official federal immigration website, and you can click on the Get Emails, and once you put your email address in, they'll send you all of the updates. For Georgia, you need to go to www.legis.georgia.gov, and that is the Georgia legislation, any type of local legislation. The other option, which is the easiest option, is just to send us an email. Send us an email to sbyers@byerslawgroup.com, #Caribbean Focus TV, and they'll get our newsletter with all the updates.
Okay. All righty.
Yeah.
So what are the different types of residency an individual can apply for to be here legally?
Residency is always the same. It's permanent immigration status. So permanent residency is known as the green card. In order to become a U.S. citizen, you first have to be a permanent resident. Everything else is just a temporary visa for work, for school, for travel, everything else. So you first apply for your permanent residency, and you can do that through your family members, through your employer, or through special process.
Okay. So pretty much the steps are like to get a visa, and then permanent residency, and then U.S. citizenship.
Right, because if you can actually proceed to permanent residency without ever coming to the U.S. because your family member can sponsor you directly even though you're at home in your home country. Okay. But usually to get into the U.S. physically, of course, you come in on some type of visa first. If you're here illegally, there may be an option to still get you a green card, but you go through that way, green card, and then U.S. citizenship, or special process. And special process are numerous. You can file for yourself in some cases because you've been abused, because you've been a victim of a crime, because you're fleeing your country. There's a whole list where you can actually apply on your own merit.
Okay.
Yes.
So are there programs out there that do immigration consultations?
Certainly. We have Catholic Social Services here in Atlanta. There's a Latin American Association. There are different immigrant groups that will, you go in and they'll have a consultation for you. You can also go to a law firm. For us, we have the Byars Legal Clinic, and we established the clinic to help clients that are indigent. So if we have a client that is living below the poverty line, cannot afford the full legal fee or cannot afford the immigration fees, we will screen them and then we will represent them.
Okay, so there is funding to assist people with applying for residencies
Well,
and things?
there's not direct funding. So for immigration fees, if a client is not able to pay and they're below the poverty line, immigration will actually waive the immigration fees, but they have to document that they're below the poverty line. And then, of course, you can go to, we've had churches that pay for clients' cases. There are charities, and of course, we do have the legal clinic. We don't pay for our client's case, but we will work at a reduced fee for them.
Okay. So do you always need a lawyer in order to apply for
Absolutely not. That's a very big question we get. Federal law does not require that you have an attorney. However, all of the immigration questions are backed in immigration law. And there are lots of nuances and government regulations that are not on the website, that are not on Google. So if you can hire an attorney, do so, or at least get a consultation, because there are certain things that the public is just not going to know about.
Okay. And very quickly, what are some of the benefits of U.S. citizenship or dual citizenship? Because I know people that have dual citizenship.
Exactly.
Also.
U.S. citizenship, you can vote. You can vote. You pay your tax dollars, and now you can vote.
Right.
And of course, you can travel. You don't. When you're traveling, you are not restricted to a length of time in which you have to come back to the U.S. So if you were to go overseas and work overseas for years and years and years, when you come back, you're a U.S. citizen. If you're a green card holder, you have to be careful as to how long you're out of the country. And of course, when you are a citizen, the benefit is that when you file for your family members, their cases go a lot quicker because you are now a U.S. citizen. The benefits of dual citizenship is really to your home country. So you are a U.S. citizen, and then for some countries, if you maintain their citizenship when you come home, there are certain things you may inherit property. Things may go easier on that side.
All right. Well, U.S. citizenship it is, because you need to be able to vote, especially if you're going to live here. That's how I feel. I exercise my right to vote.
And you're paying taxes, because green card holders and all the other immigrants pay taxes, and you can't vote.
So you might as well just go ahead and apply.
Go ahead and apply.
All right, we're going to take a break, you guys. We'll be right back. Stay tuned and stay focused.
Yeah, check it out, man. It's your boy Akon, and you got it locked right here to Caribbean Focus TV. All right, stay focused, baby. Yeah.
Hey, Caribbean Focus TV. All right, we're about to wrap up this conversation for this episode on immigration, but we promise we will be doing some more conversations about immigration so that everybody can stay up to date with what they need to know. Now, in the news, they say that Georgia has some of the strictest immigration laws. Is this true?
Yes and no. Compared to Arizona, no. But in the South, yes. We do have HB 87 that came out a few years ago, and that's basically where local police officers have been deputized to check the immigration status of individuals who they suspect are not U.S. citizens. And this usually happens in a traffic stop. So you can be stopped for a traffic citation, they can ask, or if you are arrested, when you go into the jail, they can inquire about your immigration status. If you cannot verify your immigration status, or they're not sure, they can call ICE, which is the department that's responsible for removing people from the U.S., and you can be placed in deportation proceedings.
So if you have a student visa or a green card, you should always keep that on you, correct?
I would keep a copy.
A copy.
The law says that you should keep your green card on you. I wouldn't recommend that, because you can lose your purse or your wallet at any time. People can impersonate you, steal your identity. I would keep a copy of your records on you. So a copy of your green card. If you are a student, a copy of your passport and your visa.
Now, you mentioned getting arrested. If you are an illegal immigrant or somebody with a green card or a visa, what should you do in that instance?
If you are arrested, the first thing is to make sure that you have a family member or an attorney that you can call. You do not want to go to court and plead to anything. A lot of times our clients find out that if they plead to minor misdemeanor charges, they can actually be deported from the U.S., but they don't know until years later when they're either getting status or they're getting citizenship, and now they realize I'm going to be deported. For example, shoplifting is a misdemeanor in Georgia. It's a 12-month probation. Most people don't even spend a day in jail. If you're convicted of shoplifting in Georgia, it's a misdemeanor. If your sentence says a year or more on your paperwork, immigration views you as an aggravated felon and you are deportable.
Wow.
So if you steal a pack of gum, if you steal something from Walmart, do not plead. Always make sure that your criminal attorney knows that you are not a citizen, or that you're not a citizen, and have them let you know what the immigration consequences of that plea would be. If they don't know, you need to hire an immigration attorney or retain other counsel.
Okay. Now, very quickly, we here at CFTV have been looking at the Dominican Republic a lot, and how there's a lot of Haitians over there who are facing deportation due to lack of proof to be able to show that they are Dominican citizens. Can that happen here in the United States?
I doubt that it would happen, because our system of becoming a citizen is very formalized process. So it's not a matter of immigrants having to prove that they're citizens. You have to go through the green card process, then the citizenship process, and the U.S. government keeps records of everything, in addition to the fact that you would have a U.S. passport. So I don't foresee that happening anytime soon.
And
thankfully,
very quickly, what changes would you like to see in our immigration laws?
I would like to see comprehensive reform, something similar to Canada. Canada has a system where if you're becoming a resident or a citizen, they look at your education, they look at your lack of a criminal history, and they evaluate you based on those things. They have a point system, and that gets you closer to the citizenship process. So I'm looking for, that would be a wonderful reform. Also, more unification of families. Right now we have laws that treat different countries differently. I would love to see that go away and everybody's treated the same.
All right. Well, one day when you're a judge,
exactly.
and then you
my parents would love
take
that.
some political office, you'll be able to do that. So for our viewers, how do they contact you? What can you help them with?
Sure. So we are located at 333 Sandy Springs Circle. We're on the second floor in Suite 201 in Atlanta. Zip code is 30328, and our number is 470-819-4942. We help clients with their immigration, family, estate planning matters, and just give us a call. We'd love to meet with you. One of the things that we do a little bit differently is that we have a consultation, which is about an hour to an hour and a half. And we reserve that time so we can learn all the details of our client's case and then start to work for them immediately.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so very much. I appreciate your time, and I respect your knowledge and your work ethic. You are extremely successful so far, and I can only imagine where you will be in a little bit. But it is time for us to go.
Okay.
We'll be back. If anybody needs you, they'll call you.
Definitely give us a call.
Yes. All right, you guys. Make sure that you guys keep up with the immigration laws. Everybody, stay tuned and stay focused.
Welcome back, Caribbean Focus TV viewers. Thanks for keeping it locked and staying focused. We're here giving you some really great information about immigration on Caribbean Focus TV. That makes sense.
Of course, as you saw in the conversation with Corey Renee, many of the conversations surrounded the actual Central American border.
The wall that they want to build, huh?
Actually, and of course, we want to have one of the candidates actually talked about building that wall, and the Mexicans going to pay for it. But as you saw, many of the other candidates that are prime for presidency are against it. For example, Jeb Bush, Hillary Clinton, O'Malley, and many of them. Yeah, actually, yes.
That's true. That's true. And then another topic there was that birthright citizenship, or as they call it, anchor babies.
Very important part.
Yeah, they want to eliminate that. That's when a baby is born on U.S. soil to an illegal parent. Usually the parents would use that as a way to get their citizenship because they have a U.S. citizen baby. But now they want to say, if the child is born to a illegal parent, that makes the child illegal as well.
That is a very sensitive one. I'm telling you, it's going to be pretty interesting.
I think that's unconstitutional. If it's born on U.S. soil, it's U.S. soil.
Well, we'll see about that.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to take a quick break. Make sure you keep it locked and stay focused.
Looking to sell, lease, or buy a home? Do you need to stop a foreclosure? Real estate advisor Courtney McFarland can help. Call 678-313-4831 or visit CourtneyMcFarland.metrobrokers.com. He helped me, he can help you too. 678-313-4831.
All right, CFTV viewers, thanks for keeping it locked and staying focused with us. We want to give a big thank you to Miss Safiya Byars of the Byars Firm and Corey Renee for really giving us a good amount of information. Guys, if you would like to talk to Miss Safiya Byars, listen, give her a call, 470-819-4942, or contact her at sbyers@byerslawgroup.com. She's ready to hear from you. Se habla español también.
Of course, guys, also don't forget, make sure you keep it locked to Caribbean Focus TV. Make sure you log on to our website, that's caribbeanfocus.tv. If you want to hit us up, send us an email at caribbeanfocustv@gmail.com. All right. Of course, if you want us to come to your place and do an interview or your event,
just like Miss Safiya Byars, right? We could do that for you as well.
Absolutely.
And make sure you log on to the social media, because there's enough things up on the social media where we can't always put on the show because of time restrictions. So you see me, log on, Caribbean Focus TV. You got your Facebook, your YouTube, your Instagram, your Twitter, and enough of the other one them, like Pinterest and all of them things there. All right? So make sure.
Also, big shout out to our sponsors. Sponsors, Caribbean Advancement Foundation, of course, Cherry Garden Incorporated.
Yes, and 106liveradio.com, as well as Live Video Pro, that actually handles all of the filming of Caribbean Focus TV.
Absolutely. And of course, guys, if you want to be advertised right here on Caribbean Focus TV, we got advertising spots for you. We got artist spotlight, and we got sponsorships. So make sure, again, hit us up on our website at caribbeanfocus.tv. All right? That's caribbeanfocus.tv.
And catch up on previous episodes that you missed. We have to give you all of the information, because we're here for you, so we want to promote you as well. So talk to us.
Absolutely. And follow you on social media.
Yes,
as well.
Everything says Cherry Garden, CHERRIE Garden, and he's DJ Ezzy with 2 Z's.
DJ EzzyB1 on Twitter, DJ EzzyB Facebook and Instagram. And of course, make sure you check it out on 106liveradio.com 24/7. All right, the hottest online radio playing Caribbean and American music.
I love his radio show. It's so nice.
Thank you.
And they play music all the time and just make you want to groove, and I love it. All right, guys. So till next time, make sure you log in, tune in every week, 6:30 p.m. Friday, right here.
Same time, same place.
Same time, same place. All right, guys, make sure you keep it locked and stay focused.